Good afternoon, dear students. Today we will discuss about the effect of exercise on respiratory system and muscular system. Regular exercise have following effect on respiratory system. First is strong willpower. Regular exercise increases the willpower of the individual. For example, pranayam specific exercise for lungs increases the willpower of the doer. Next, increases in tidal volume capacity. Tidal air is the amount of air that flows in and out of the lungs in each quiet respiratory movement. I repeat, tidal air is the amount of air that flows in and out of the lungs in each quiet respiratory movement. But tidal air capacity is the amount of air that can be breathed in and breathed out over and over the tidal air capacity by the deepest possible inspiration, expiration, respectively. That means tidal volume is the amount of air that can be inhaled or exhaled over and over. So, the tidal air by the deepest possible inspiration and expiration, respectively. So, this is called tidal air capacity. It is estimated at about 500 to 800 cc. After doing regular exercise, it can be noted that this tidal air capacity can be increased. Next is decrease in rate of respiration. It is certain that when a beginner start to exercise, this rate of respiration increases. But when the same individual performs exercise on a daily basis, his or her rate of respiration at rest decreases in comparison to earlier stage. So, when an individual involved in regular physical exercise, their respiration rate will decrease. Next is strengthened diaphragm and muscles. Regular exercise strengthened the diaphragm and the muscles of the chest. Avoid second wind. For the beginner, the stage of second wind is the ability to breathe freely after having been out of breath. So, is indeed a crucial stage. But for a person who does regular exercise, it is hardly felt it. Sometimes a well-experienced athlete does not feel it in his course of activities. So, if you are physically involved in exercises, so the second wind will not be experienced by the person. The second wind is experienced by the untrained person or the person who is not merely involved in any physical activities. Next is unused alveoli become active. Regular exercise activate the unused alveolus because much amount of oxygen is required in various and prolonged exercises. The passive alveolus also become active. If you are physically involved, so your alveolus, who are those who are passive, they will get activated. Increase in endurance. If exercise is performed regularly and for a long period, it is increases endurance. An activity can be done for a longer period without taking any rest. Those who do not perform exercise have less endurance. They cannot continue exercise for a long duration. Hence, it can be alluded that exercise increases the endurance of an individual. So, you must have experience with yourself or also when you are out of physical workout, when you are like not being involved in physical activity and suddenly you require, like you start your physical activity, so at that point of time you will have less endurance, or you may feel less endurance due to less physical workout, less physical exercise. And slowly and gradually, when you are continue this physical activities or physical exercises, continue for 2 to 3 weeks, so you will feel that you will get more endurance as compared to earlier, and you will feel the difference in yourself only, that you in the beginning, when you start your physical activities, you are like putting your efforts in taking 2 rounds of track. It hardly 800 meter. If the track is of 400 meter, so it 2 rounds is of 800 meters. So how much time you will take in that at that point of time when you are started the race run, and when after 2 weeks you feel the difference, that the time become reduced and you will able to take more rounds than earlier. So it is quite obvious that if you are involved in your physical activities, so your endurance become strong, or physical activity increases your endurance. Next is increase in residual air volume. Residual air volume is that amount of air which is left in the lungs after complete exhalation. In an individual perform regular exercise, his or her residual air capacity increases in comparison to an individual who does not perform regular exercise. So, what is residual air volume? The amount of air which is left after a complete exhalation. So, if a person who is not been involved in any physical activities, so their residual volume is normal, or in comparison to other like who is involved in regular physical activities, so their their residual air volume is more than the person who is not involved in physical activities. Next is increase in size of lungs and chest. When a person performs exercise regularly, he or she requires more amount of oxygen. He inhales more amount of air during exercise continuously. His lungs and chest are exercised, after some period, the exercise of his lungs and chest increases. So we can say that the exercise increases the size of lungs and chest, because when we are performing regular exercise, the amount of oxygen is required more, and we inhales more amount of oxygen, or if we inhales more amount of air during exercise continuously, because we are breathing continuously, we cannot stop for a second only, second, because it is a continuous process. And we are, if we are inhaling the, because our respiration is fast during exercise, when we are inhaling more amount of air during exercise continuously, so our lungs and chest are also exercised, because they are also producing their process of inhalation and exhalation will also be also fast, and they are also doing exercise. So after some time, the size of the lungs and chest will also increases. So this is the effect of exercise on the size of the lungs and chest. Next is prevention from diseases. The speed of inhalation and exhalation become less in an individual who does not do any exercise. The waste products start sticking to his or her lungs, and with the passage of time, his and her lungs get damaged. On the other hand, if we perform regular exercise, we will have to inhale and exhale more air speedily. By doing so, the waste products will never stick on our lungs. These products will come out automatically, and the lungs will not be damaged. In this way, it can be said that by doing exercise, we can prevent various diseases. So these are this is the effect of exercise on preventing the diseases. So in this, if a person who is not doing exercise regularly, the speed of his inhalation and exhalation is low or less, and because of the speed is less, the when we inhale or exhale, the some waste products will will stay inside, and it will stick on the lungs, on our lungs, and after some time, that waste products will damage our lungs. So and it will have some lungs problem or some other liver problem and all diseases, we can say. And if we are doing, in other hand, if we are doing regular physical exercise, so our speed of inhalation and exhalation is fast, or the process of the inhalation and exhalation become speedy, and because of the process is high or fast, the waste product will not able to stay inside and will not able to stick on lungs. They will come out automatically with the fast process of your inhalation and exhalation. And when it will come out automatically, it will not stick on lungs, and so that it will also not damage the lungs, and we will not prone to have any diseases. And next is increase in vital air capacity. It is the amount of air which an individual can inhale and exhale with maximum efforts. Its capacity varies from 3500 cc to 4500 cc in a normal adult. It is the sum of tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume, and expiratory reserve volume. With regular exercise, a person's capacity may increase up to 5500 cc. So, a normal capacity of inhalation and exhalation of vital air, a normal vital air capacity of an individual. Normal means when a person is not being involved in any physical activity or exercises. So their vital air capacity is 35 to 4500 cc. 3500 to 4500 cc. It is for normal person, normal adult. But if a person is involved in regular physical exercise, the capacity, the vital air capacity will increase, will inspire and expire more, and it will increase by 5500, or it will increase up to 5500 cc. So it is the effect of exercise in vital air capacity. So this is all about the effect of exercise on respiratory system. So we will quickly summarize the point. Strong willpower, increase the tidal air capacity, decrease the rate of respiration, strengthens diaphragm and muscles, avoids second wind, unused alveoli become active, increase in endurance, increase in residual air volume, increase in size of lungs and chest, prevention from diseases, and the last is increase in vital air capacity. So this is all about the effect of exercise on respiratory system. Now we will discuss about the muscular system. So we will discuss about the effect of exercise on muscular system. When we do regular exercise, some permanent changes take place in our muscular system. These changes occur only when exercise are performed daily. If we do exercise only once, there will be a change in our body, in our muscular system, but only for a temporary phase. So we will, if we want to make our muscular system strong, and if we want the permanent change or the effective change on our muscular system, so we will perform the physical exercise or physical workout regularly and efficiently. Then only we can see the changes occur in muscular system. The following changes in our muscular system can be seen if exercise are done on regular basis. Now we will discuss about the effects. First effect is change in shape and size of muscles. Through regular exercise, the shape and size of muscle is changed. In fact, cells of muscles are enlarged, which change the shape and size of the muscle. That means regular physical exercise, and if you want to see the change in shape and size of the muscles, you should continue your physical workout. Then only after 3 to 5 weeks you will start seeing changes in shape and size of your muscles. So your muscles cell become enlarged, and when your cells become enlarged, your muscles get toned, and then the change in shape and size of the muscles, then only you can see the change in shape and size of the muscles. Next is formation of more capillaries. When exercise are done, the color of muscles is changed because a number of new capillaries are formed for a better and efficient blood circulation. So, when we do physical exercise, the formation of more capillaries will done. When we do exercise, our color of muscle is changed. Why it's changed? Because the formation of new capillaries are formed, and when the new capillaries are found, so the better will be our blood circulation. So the formation of new capillaries are formed because we are doing regular physical exercise. Next is muscle remains in tone position. When exercise are done on regular basis, our muscles remain in toned position. In fact, muscle remains under some degree of contraction. Muscle become firm and maintains a slight, steady pull on the attachments. As I have already explained you, the muscle will be toned after a physical regular exercise. When exercise are done in regular basis, so our muscle will remain in toned position. Our muscles is in toned position, and the muscle will remain under this toned position of contraction. Because of this, our muscle become firm and maintain slight steady pull of the attachments. So it is because of a regular physical exercise. Next is controls extra fat. Regular physical controls the extra fat of the body. Exercises burn the extra calories deposited in the form of fat. When we eat something, the body, whichever fat, whichever energy, the body, that amount of fat is body is consumed. Extra fat will be extra fat will be extra carbohydrate will be consumed in the body in the form of fat. It will accumulated in our muscles. So if we are doing physical activities, so our muscles, when our muscles are in toned position, they are active, blood circulation becomes strong, they are contracting and relaxating. So when the process of contraction and relaxation begins, the accumulated fat consumed of the muscle will burn, and it will convert it into the energy. It will burns from the muscles, and it is possible because of exercise. So because of for the regular physical exercise, we will control the extra body fat, and when we are doing exercise, the fat of the muscle will burn. Which fat? That fat is accumulated by the muscle or deposited in the form of fat. So that calories will burn due to regular physical exercise. Next is change in the connective tissues. The connective tissue which connects fiber become powerful. These tissues can bear stress of strenuous activities and can be extended up to some degree. So if we are involved in regular physical exercise, our connective tissues connects fiber and it will become powerful. And these connective tissues bear the stress. Which stress? The strenuous activity stress. And it will be, you can bear that stress up to some degree, up to some extent, because of the change in connective tissues due to regular physical exercise. Next is efficiency in movement of muscles. The movement of muscles become efficient and smooth. The movements during different activities become attractive. Next is delays fatigue. Regular physical exercise delays fatigue. Fatigue is mainly due to formation of carbon dioxide, lactic acid, acid phosphate. The accumulation of carbon dioxide, acid, phosphate and lactic acid become less in an individual who exercise regularly. So if we exercise regularly, our body will not accumulate CO2, phosphate and lactic acid. And because of these three formations, our fatigue will comes. So if these three are not in our body, fatigue will not come easily. Next is increased food storage. The food storing capacity is increased when regular exercise are done. This stored food can be utilized immediately wherever it is needed. Next, exercise and its health benefits. Our body remains fit and healthy with increased blood circulation and oxygen intake. Regular exercise gives a healthy, glowing look, and it is natural anti-aging technique. It improves digestion, it helps in strengthen body muscles, it attain good posture. Exercise helps to get good sleep and good look when we wake up. No functioning fiber become active. When we do not do any strenuous work, all the muscle fibers are of our body at rest. In fact, These fibers do not do any work. But when we perform exercise regularly, the non functioning fiber also begins to work. Consequently, the strength of the body increases because of the total contractile power of the muscle. Next, body posture remain correct. By doing regular exercise, the strength of muscle increases, which in turn keeps the body posture in correct position. Also, postural deformity do not occur. If there is any physical deformity, it is removed by doing physical exercise. And the last is improved reaction time. As a result of regular exercise, the speed of nerve impulses increases, which ultimately improves the reaction time. These nerve impulses move very quickly through motor nerves from nervous system to muscle fiber. Owing to this, reaction time improves. So this is all about the effect of exercise on muscular system. That's all for the day, and thank you and have a nice